What do you think, Dee? That's that's private. What? You ready to go? Is it art time? Okay, let's go. Is it just not fast enough? Are we not? Am I not fast enough? Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Hi there, Robin here. Wait, this could be better. Let's do something a bit more interesting this time. Well, hello there. No, that's just too sexy. How about this one? Boom! Hi there. Okay, that's just being silly now. Anyway, on to something new. I've got a story for you today. I entered an art competition in a different country than where I am from originally, and in a different language, Spanish. I did this to get out of a rut and to challenge myself and to grow as an artist and have a new artist experiment. I am an expat Canadian living in Ecuador and have called Ecuador my home for the last 15 years as of this year. My Spanish is okay, but of course it could be way better. And this created an language challenge too, because it made me learn even more how to express myself in a different language. And I entered this competition, this art competition in Ambato, given 2 weeks to do so. Now, Ambato is the largest city next to my little town, and it is the capital of our province in the province of Tungaragua. And Tungaragua is the name of the volcano that lives about 7 kilometers away from my little town. I learned from a friend online. She texted me and then let me know about this competition. So I read about it online and assumed that it included all the pertinent information. I thought the online information was enough. Ha 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 ha. No. I started the painting within the limitations of what was posted, but I didn't get off my lazy butt and go to the Casa del Cultura and check to see if I was doing everything correctly or getting all the details for the painting. It turned out that most of it was correct, but I should have gone and talked to the various people that are involved with the fine details and the fine print information. So that was a lesson learned for next year, because I think I'd like to try it again because it was fun. So back to the painting process. Online, it said that the painting theme was up to the artist. Cool. Since I have a huge archive of photos of my life here in Ecuador, I chose to make a painting of one that I've always wanted to do. And this is a painting of a quiet, older gentleman in the middle of the chaos of an Ecuadorian or baños parade. It's crazy and so cool. So I went through all of my parade images. I love all the color, the diversity, the wildness, the noise, the music. So loud. Oh, wait a sec. So loud. The challenge of how to capture the loudness and craziness in a quiet medium. Interesting. Anyway, I created a parade file in my computer just for this painting, and then I collected all my favorite, costume images that I could find and put them all in one place. You can't believe how many images I have. Or I want to use all these images in a painting in the future called People I've Known Using the City of Where I Live, here in Baños. So stay tuned for that one. It's going to be really, really cool. So with the help of the Procreate program in my iPad, I put the images together that I liked for this painting, but it was missing something, the streetiness, the grittiness of life here. And this is where I may have gone overboard. But again, I'm trying to create the sound or the chaos. So I decided to frame the images of the people and their costumes surrounded in a border of graffiti. My idea is that it's graffiti with symbolism. Maybe it was just more, but oh well, it's done now. And the whole process of the painting, after all, is an experiment. Besides, it was really fun to do, especially making the cement blocks and the aging and the weathering for the graffiti. So I laid out all of the images and stuff. I transferred it to the canvas. And this is where I got lucky, because in the fine print it said there was a size limitation to the canvas. And fortunately I chose a canvas that was large enough to fit it, so that was a deep sigh of relief. I then used my projector to transform the layout onto the canvas. Now, before you start lecturing me that I was cheating by using it, don't. This is a tool to help artists create their art using their own designs. End line. Now to the painting. So I start off with the most challenging part for me, and that was the border of the graffiti. And here I painted each and every figure to how it was streety. It was really using loud colors and something I don't often play with when it's a real life situation. I really amplified the graffiti. And then I painted each figure from right to left because I'm left-handed, and that's the most natural way for me to paint. And then when the painting was done and dusted, the next step was stop questioning about the rules and the details and worrying about it in the back of my head. You know, all those things that I wasn't sure of, I just had to go and find out the rules to the competition. Again, ask backwards, lesson learned. I went to the Casa del Cultura and got all the paperwork. I completed the painting in about 3 to 4 days. Now this time is a bit hazy for me because the OCD controls my concept of time and awareness of what is happening all around me, and it changes my focus totally to the painting. A bomb could go off and I wouldn't notice. Now that the painting was done, I had 1 week to complete the paperwork, and as I said, my Spanish is street or survival Spanish, and I really had to up my game. But the language jump, as I need to have, is University Language Arts Spanish, something I just will never have. So I wrote all the answers down in English and converted it into Google Translator. And this is where you find out the humor that Google Translator creates. So with many giggles and help from my very dear friend, of whom is a Spanish writer, we translated my ideas into Spanish. They also made sure that I understood all the questions clearly, and we had a great coffee talk because of it. So win-win. As in for most applications of art, you give your personal details and contacts, and then you add a photo of your lovely face and a photo of the painting and so on. So now we go into the curriculum vitae, which was once upon a time, a vitae was known as a resume. And this is difficult for me because I am mostly self-taught. And self-taught in the school of life. And the school of life does not give you a certificate or a degree. My information mostly was about my experiences, like shows, online presence, and my past life in Canada, not including some of the things that maybe are not best on a resume, if you get my drift. Then I had to write about the painting. So this is what I wrote. Conception of art. Life in Ecuador is vibrant and inspiring. The ultimate expression of this energy is the parade. A parade is a statement of life and the spirit of the city. The beginning of a parade holds the excitement of anticipation, celebration, and joy of sharing music, dance, costumes, and culture. I breathe in all this life, memorizing the moment. The parade, she takes me and fills me with color, wild patterns, music, noise, and energy. She shares her city's history and tradition. How do I share the parade on a silent canvas? This is my challenge. In my quiet studio, in front of a calm white canvas, I close my eyes and go back to where I inhaled the spirit of the parade. The soul of the parade, she holds me close, guiding my brush and choosing my paint. I paint what I see, hear, and feel. All that the parade says to me. She wants her moment not to be forgotten, vibrating her story to me. This time, she wants me to remind her people not to forget the parade and use it as a sign of hope through a challenging time of this pandemic. So, as you can tell, I'm no writer, so this was really hard for me. Also add in that I have dyslexia and now have fun with dyslexia in Spanish. It's crazy. Now, because these last years have been a challenge, I found out, let's add something more, a nationwide transportation strike. It was planned for the Tuesday. When it shortly in there, I had to have it in to even go into the competition or the judging. So a day early, on Monday, my partner and I get into a taxi truck loaded with the painting and the paperwork and tootled off to the Casa del Cultura in Ambato. And now, the wait. 1 week later, with no word or email, I went back to Ambato to find the sad news that the painting didn't even get into the gallery. But I'm working on art here, not ego. And this is how you have to look at it. This was an experiment. I had to present myself and communicate my art in a Spanish-speaking country. I created art that I like and had fun making. I learned that I had to learn the rules beforehand and not to trust everything online. I also decided that I will give myself more than just 2 weeks to do this painting or the painting in the future. Remember, art is subjective, and it's all about personal taste. It doesn't mean that you've created bad art, just not to their taste. I also learned what other artists are creating and what maybe the local tastes are. So the bonus of this lesson, well, to have fun with the process and have fun doing what I do, and that is making art. So there you go. This art competition got me into painting large canvases again, and I have 4 ideas for paintings for next year, and I will paint those, and then I will choose from those paintings to do 2 larger paintings for the competition. It also got me to deep clean my studio, really deep clean, and get really excited again about using my neglected art supplies, the acrylics and the canvases, and getting into doing a low-buy or anti-haul for my studio. I'm getting into the groove with YouTube to bring you on my journey of being an artist and creating paintings for this next year. I can't wait. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you stay with me on my art journey, my art life journey. So see you soon. Talk to you later.